and I don't even know. I'm headed to the store, either headed to some dough. The police pull me over, asking questions I ain't know. I'm tryna play me, I ain't going before they cake, man. I just wanna go.
Up top, peel my shit apart, get it from this side. Look, this is why they thought. They probably thought it was some crack, cocaine, whatever. And now they thought a nigga was hiding something up under here. So they undid that, undid this. We had like little flyers and stuff for the events we was throwing up here. They took that down, put this little part back up. Shit, look. Oh yeah, they took this, undid these, left it undone. Had these, we closed these back up. They had these all. All this shit thrown out everywhere, man. They peeled that part up under there. They peeled this out, all this. That under here. They undid this. Shit, they was going at it, man. Then they tried to charge my little bro with my pistols. First time they got them, they was on this bus sleep. You know what I'm saying? And about 4 or 5 in the morning, they just woke the niggas up and shit. Came on here. What happened exactly?
I'll tell you what happened. We was on here sleep. They got the charges for that one right here. Battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting with violent aggravated assault. What happened was I was on. You see, that's battery on me. They batteried me. They charged me with that. I'm asleep right there on that bench. It's 5 in the morning. Shit. 5 in the morning. I'm asleep on the bench. They having a hard time waking me up. I guess when they did finally yank me up, I did my hands like this. Next thing I know, I'm getting beat up. I'm getting attacked. Getting punched in my eye. They on here yelling. I got witnesses to this and everything. Watch this, watch this. We finna knock him out. We finna knock him out. Boom, hit me in my eye. Boom, kicking me. Look at my eye. Go ahead, look. Boom, right there. Stomping me on my ankles. My ribs messed up. Them scabs probably went away, but the internal injuries is horrible. I gotta go to the doctor for that right now, actually. Then another charge. They charged me with this. They charged me with David. Weapon. He on here driving the bus. He showed them all his paperwork, all his licenses, everything. They charged me as a convicted felon. I'm not a convicted felon. I didn't get a felony until the day before that for no reason with the battery charge. How am I a convicted felon? Now they charge me with carrying a concealed firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and resisting without arrest. Just a tip, man. Don't go to Miami for Memorial Day weekend. It ain't what it's all hyped up to be. It ain't that. It ain't that. It's a lot of racial profiling. They really don't want to see us down there. When my man asked what I was being arrested for, I'm thinking I'm going to jail the second time for like disorderly conduct for standing up on the bus or something. They wouldn't tell us what I'm being arrested for. They told my man Dave when they did finally take us to jail that I was being arrested because I was a dick. Ain't that what they said?
They said the second time, I asked them what was the charge. And I mean, they obviously can't tell me that they charged them with my chopper, you know what I'm saying? Because I showed them my gun license. I told them it was mine. And there was about 8 cops right there. When I told them they was right there, and when I told them it was mine, I was like, man, everything that's been done is mine, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't even think they was gonna still try to charge them with the gun when I owned up to it, you know what I'm saying? Then once the charges was hit later that night, they
I didn't touch
rest of y'all probably about 7 p.m. Once the charges hit later that night, probably around after midnight, they said the bail bond said it was a felony possession of a assault rifle, whatever. Like he got on all them damn papers. Yeah. And I'm wondering, like, damn, why would you charge them with something that I tried to take the charge for? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I didn't have a gun license or nothing, I admitted that all them guns was mine. You know what I'm saying? On both occasions. I even told them about the first occasion, in which I wasn't there at the first time. You know what I'm saying? But I still said it was all mine, which it was mine. You know what I'm saying? And with them still charging them for, like, that I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That I really don't understand. It can only be one or two things why they gonna do that: to get their quota up, you know what I'm saying, to meet that quota. So I guess shit, we real victims of the quota. Like, look how they peeled my dash apart, looking for dope. You know what I'm saying? Looking for dope. Like, they obviously targeted us, man. Cause when we was on the beach, like, everybody had on SMG shirts, which is my music label. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we ain't no D-boys, man. This honest living right here. You know what I'm saying? Just make it look.
You can make it out on this paper right here. You see what they said? Gang activity related arrest. They saying we're a gang.
Then what they tell them about me buying the yacht? They said what they say?
They said I hope your man has enough to bind you out. I hope your gang leader has enough to bind you out this time. Wow.
And then look, they I mean shit, man, they took apart everything, man.
Oh yeah, let me get one more thing on footage. The people that did this to me when I was arrested the second time, is like 50 police officers showed up. The 2-3 officers that did this to me, that beat me up, the first thing he said when he saw me is, "How does your eye feel today?" That's the very first thing he said to me. And then they come at me about, "You still haven't learned your lesson. You still haven't got enough of guns yet." I'm telling them I have not touched that gun. I had nothing to do with that gun. We were on here just having a good time trying to enjoy South Beach. We get pulled over and they slapping me with felonies left and right. Before I went to Miami, I had a clean record. I never had a felony. I went to jail for 1 misdemeanor before. I'm not a felon. I'm not even that type of person that gets into that kind of trouble. These folks really just threw a lot of cases on me, and they hoping some of them stick. I went to court yesterday. They couldn't prove any of this stuff. They didn't have any probable cause for any of these things. So, you know, just y'all pray for me.
They damn near cracked his ribs or either fractured or something. Like, I think his shit still banged up. I know his ankle banged up. I don't know if you got that. I mean, really, man, they were just trying to pin everything on us, man. And like, it's crazy how over and over, like they said when they first got on the bus, they was like, "Oh yeah, it's a ton of dope on here," or something. Like, what did he say?
Yeah, they brought the K9 unit.
Man, they brought the dogs on here. Like,
just knew it was
they was going through a nigga shit, man.
On here.
No dope, but look, I know when I got to my bag, what they did get, they stole my camera. You know what I'm saying? I had a little bit of change here. All I got is these now. Like, the money gone.
Word up.
The money gone. Just the straps. Just the straps. So think of the monetary loss I took, you know what I'm saying? And this was to pay all my people, you know what I'm saying, for the club. Like, I'm a party promoter, man. I do clubs, and like, then that's just the tip of it as far as how they killed me on the club stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because they stopped us from promoting anything. Like, really, they profiled, and they thought we was some gang or something, you know what I'm saying, when it was really a music label. Like, we was promoting a music label or whatever.
The number on those,
you know what I'm saying?
That ain't
we was promoting a music label.
Took from this man.
And man, you know what? That's what's crazy. It's like, I ain't tripping on the money. I ain't tripping on losing the money. It's just like what they did to him and my other boy that's on his way. Like, now that shit was crazy. Like, we could get the money back, but the way they did these dudes, like, man, that was unreal. Then when they kept towing my shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't it. Like, they got me for a decent little change, man, but it is what it is. Then they took my guns. They didn't even write the guns up in a report. You know what I'm saying? And these wasn't no street guns. These was bought out of stores with paperwork and everything back. And I'm like, I got pictures of them in the box, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took quite a few of my guns. They took all the ones I brought on the trip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like, man, they was just really profiling us like a mud, bro. Like, I don't know if dudes was telling us, saying we do this, we do that, but from the moment we got out there on the beach, because it was a good amount of us, all with the SMG shirts on, and like.
And it doesn't mean gang, it means superior music group, not superior gang, it means music group.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, like, I ain't never experienced nothing like this in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never been in no position where I couldn't control the situation, you know what I'm saying? As far as, like, you know, dissolve the problem or whatever, or downplay the problem, but it's like, man, they was out for, like, and it's obvious, like, they trying to meet a quota. That's what that was, like, off top, like, they was just trying to meet their quota, but in the process, they was, like, ruining people, like, whole, like, lives, really on the cool, like, beating somebody like they did this dude. Like, I don't know if he even told you, like, how the biggest cop, like, when he said, like, watch me knock this motherfucker out, knock this, like, watch me knock him out, and just hit the dude. And I, like, honestly, even if he was resisting arrest, you know what I'm saying? Even if he was resisting arrest,
which I was,
why would you punch him in the eye? Why not try to, like, subdue him or, like, put him down, you know what I'm saying? Or keep his arms down, or, y'all, even if you put your knee on his neck or whatever, which they gave to do the concussion too. I don't even know if he mentioned that. You Know what I'm saying? But why not? Why you gotta punch him in the eye? Know what I'm saying? How can you explain that? So, man, but this is like, I ain't gonna lie, I've never in my life experienced nothing like this. And what's crazy is when I tried to take the charges for my guns, know what I'm saying, they just told me they was gonna just charge them with a misdemeanor. I was like, misdemeanor what? They was like, for being a dick, for being an ass. Just a misdemeanor. I was like, all right, cool, man. I was just like, I'm gonna just go bail them out, and then we're gonna be good, and we're gonna go on about our business. But then when I end up seeing his paperwork, they talking about, you know, the possession of the weapon. I'm like, man, like I still don't understand that. Then they holler about, you know, convicted felon. The only felon they was talking about is the ones that they charged him with the day before, in which you don't get a conviction. You just, you know, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty, essentially, or whatever. But it was just, you know, a real inopportune situation. Like, they really targeted us, man. I don't know if people was running their mouth saying we do this, saying we do that. I mean, it was obvious they knew who we was off top or whatever. Because
when we got locked up, they said, oh, the SMG shirts, yeah, we've been seeing you guys all over the beach. Oh, okay, so y'all was watching us, so you couldn't wait to pull us over.
Boy, that ankle look ugly, boy. That ankle look ugly.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know what these people did to me, man.
They shit, Mario's look similar to that.
Yeah, scars everywhere, man. My ribs. I wish this didn't heal up. It ain't nothing left on my back, huh?
Let me see.
None of them bruises.
I know that shit was ugly the other day, and on the cool, yeah, it actually still is right there. Like, damn, it looked like they mashed your shit for a minute.
They did. I had a boot print. You could see a visible shoe print right here. You could see a visible shoe print.
Yeah, you can still see a few lines in the back of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, kid. In your shoulder. Did you know about the part right there?
I didn't.
Yeah. What's that on the back of the other one? I ain't see half of them. The other one.
Yeah, that's all from that. I didn't have no scabs. That's all from that. That's all from them. That's what they did to me. And these injuries ain't. That's not a scratch. This is inside. My ribs hurt. My body hurt. I can barely lift my arm over my head. It's just unnecessary.
Man, really, what they thought they on the cool. They was more so thinking we just ignorant Negroes who don't understand the law, don't know nothing about the law. Then I started hitting them with that legal jargon, talking terminology that they couldn't just deny. You know what I'm saying? It's like they moved away from it, and it's like it's crazy how the whole situation transpired. Cause first when they took us off the bus, you know what I'm saying? Like first we just driving, we just regular driving. The second time we just driving like cruising down by Washington, and like. They pulled us over, and like he was standing up right here. We had some bullhorns, know what I'm saying? We was promoting, like just talking to women, like, you know, clowning, just promoting with the bullhorns, just talking to people like who walk by or whatever. And like we seen the laws, and I told him, like, man, go sit down. And like so shit, he went and sat down real quick. Man, don't you know they said that he ran back to hide the gun. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they tried to charge with possession. And I'm like, even if that was the case, I'm still admitting that it's mine. So how is he in possession? In which he didn't even touch the gun. If you would have fingerprinted, you would have knew what it was out top. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just crazy, man. And on the cool, it's like the monetary loss was great. Like the monetary loss was real. It was a substantial loss. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's just an inopportune situation where they really, you know, they profiled us or whatever. Like, yeah, we may, you know, have that. Give you that illusion that we may be doing this, that, and other, but man, we legal eagle, man. It's all square business on my end. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, they would never let me go like they did. Because when I start talking to them in a manner that they could relate to, you know what I'm saying? That's what that was. And there was a lot of cops around, a lot of people recording everything. So, you know, it's a lot of witnesses to everything we did. And it's like,
speaking of that, anybody that got footage of that day, they was saying I was acting in a way that placed the lives of citizens and officers at risk. So if you got that footage, put it on YouTube.
Man, they tried to make this dude admit, just like you seen on Kane when they was telling Kane, so you bought the bottle of beer at 10:45, and he was like, so you bought the bottle of beer at 11:35. Yeah, about 11. No, you bought the beer at 11:20. Yeah, 11:20. Like they was trying to run that same game on them. They'll tell them like, oh man, you running back to the back of the bus so fast with that gun, man, we could have shot you. You running with that gun, huh? Like, why are you saying that? Like, the dude didn't have the gun. You know what I'm saying? Then the what he said on the first situation, like, about you swinging on them or whatever when you woke up?
They told me that upon waking up, I grabbed the officer by his neck. I'm not even coherent. I can't even comprehend when I first wake up. The only thing I want to do when I get woke up is go back to sleep. I doubt I woke up and grabbed anybody by the neck. We get to the police station. He realized what he did to me, looking me in my face, and he kept saying, "And you hit me, remember? But if you write me a letter of apology, I'll make sure you get out on time served." He was looking at my face like he couldn't believe what he did to me. And then when I told him, he said, "Where were you born?" I said, "I was born in Germany." He was like, "Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't." What does that have to do with anything?
Man, these dudes told me, he was like, when was the last time you were arrested? I was like, man, I've never been arrested in my life, not even a misdemeanor. They started laughing at me, man, like, come on, this nigga had to be arrested at some point. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I live my life to precision or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they was really like, man, it was what it was, man. It's just an opportune situation. Like, I can't believe, like, they value money over human life. It's like we wasn't people out there to them. We was a come up a lick. Like, if a nigga come to the hood and rob you, you a lick. He don't care. You got family. You got people who depend on you, whatever. Like, man, I got people that work for me in quite a few cities and states who looking for me to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? What I look like out here wild and not doing something stupid, put my life in jeopardy, put the people around me in harm's way just to clown or fool or whatever they thought, man, whatever they thought we was doing, man. Like, I've never witnessed nothing like that in my life, man, like how they was doing people. Not just so, it wasn't even just us. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of people out there getting done wrong. And I guarantee once anything transpired, what we document here today, it's gonna be seen, you know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy how they kept towing my vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I only bought this party bus just to go out there. I bought it last week. I got all the paperwork, got all the documentation, everything necessary to operate the vehicle, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, they kept towing. They told the first time when they took them to jail, it wasn't even running, like the key wasn't in, nothing. It wasn't, the vehicle wasn't operating. It was parked outside of the hotel I was staying in. They was sleeping in the bus. The two that was on here, that's, you know, that's their position to make sure, to hold everything down that was on the bus to make sure my funding was A1, you know what I'm saying? But it was like when I got to the tow place, like the dude, you know, the tow truck dude, he even told me how, you know, this is a weekend for that. They got to get their money. The bail bonds even told me, like, this is how they get their money. Like, they just want your money. They don't want you to fight the case. They don't want you to go against the police. They just want you to pay, get their money, and you go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because they hit me for like $350 each time, and I got it out immediately. Like, first time they got it. The only reason I didn't get it within, you know, 12 hours or so is because I didn't have the vehicle's not in my name yet because I just bought it. It take time for that to go through. So I went to the tow truck place and I was asking them, like, what I got to do to get it. I was like, here's the papers for that. And I was, no, you still got to do this, you still got to do that. I'm like, but okay, right here it said if I get a signed notary letter from the old owner or whatever stating that I am the new owner, this, that, and other can happen. And they was like, no, that's just for this, that's just for that. I'm like, but how is it on this window and it's only for certain people when it don't say who it's designated for? Like, essentially that should be for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I even got the dealership on the line, and they was like, man, we'll do anything you need. We'll fax anything you need, any paperwork you need to ensure that you can get your bus. And they was still telling me that you couldn't get it, you can't do this, can't do that. And I'm like, man, I don't understand, but I got out the first time yesterday, like, with no problem. Like, why is it a problem this time? But the cop, man, when I seen the cops come now, and like they start counting money, and like the tow truck people gave cops money, I'm like, man, what's going on with this? And it was like, it was Tremont Towing, the one that be on that little TV show, and another one called Beach Towing right next door. I went from one to another, and I was at the wrong one because they was the one, Tremont Towing told it the first day. The Beach Towing told it the second day, so I went to Tremont the second day, and dude was like, damn, boy, you back again? Like, man, they really fucking with y'all, ain't they? And like, man, they trying to get their money on, man. This, that, and other, this, that, and other. He's like, well, I told you that yesterday. He's like, but it ain't, they don't get a lot. They just get $40 off each tow. I'm like, so, like, how can that work to your advantage if they know they gonna get money from towing your vehicle for any little reason? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you have a fighting chance? It's like, you can't physically harm the police. You can't physically fight him. You can't verbally do it because, so they gave him a toll just for talking back to him. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, battery on a non-violent battery on the police, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't understand it, man. Like this shit is crazy, bro. Like just for money, you know what I'm saying? Just for money, like they doing all this just for money. Like they making people objects just for money. Like you not a human being. Urban Weekend is messed up how they call it Urban Weekend. It ain't only black people out there. It's all races out there. Why does it have to be designated and titled Urban Weekend or whatever? Like it's every race, every creed, you know, ethnicity out there that weekend. But it's like, I mean, it's obvious, man. It was like 4,000 cops and only like 15 to 20,000 people out there this year. When past years, it was like 300,000 people. And what's crazy, almost everybody we ran into is from this city right here we in right now, which is Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta or Houston, everybody out there knew us, knew me, or knew something that I did. So imagine what that's gonna look like for them next year once this word get out on how we was treated, which a lot of people seen. A lot of people already knew because people was hitting me up talking about it or whatever. But just think about it, man. Like I'm a promoter, I'm in marketing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I can reach the masses easy, and like, man, this shit ain't gonna burn, man. Like we can't let this shit fly like this. It's crazy. Like I said, I ain't tripping on the money at all. It's just what they did to that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like my other partner, they ain't beat him down, but they start hitting him with charges out this world. But they dropped each one of them. Like when they was going before the judge was like, I don't even see why they arrested y'all. You know what I'm saying? I guess the judges wasn't with a part of what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? What the cops or whatever had going on. But man, when I tell you them cops out there, they did a nigga dirty, man. Then they was like, everybody with us, they was harassing. Like, you know what I'm saying? The other dude, they was just on feet. We was in the vehicle. The other dude was on feet. And like some of us coming up saying like, yeah, the cops talking about these SMG guys, is this SMG? I'm like, man, we ain't doing nothing. Like, what are we doing? Like, we not physically harming nobody. Like, we out there putting out flyers, and then they gave a nigga $11,000 in fines. I couldn't even do my parties I had booked to where I'm at the county of the Miami-Dade County Correctional Facility waiting on them, trying to get them out. When I had a party booked right at that moment, I couldn't even be at the party. People hit me up talking about, man, there's 2,000 people at your little beach party or whatever, and the cops making all of them leave, in which if I would have showed up to that, I would have got hit, you know what I'm saying, with all them fines, in which the owner of the other club that I rented out sent me messages talking about I got $11,000 fines when I'm going to come show up and pay those, you know what I'm saying, just for putting flyers out, in which before that weekend, it was nothing noted. The document stated that we can't put out flyers just down there, which honestly, when I went out there, I did see the signs that say you can't do this, you can't do that. Okay, understood. But when I went out there to book the venues weeks before, like I asked the cops, could I do this, could I do that? And it was a different set of cops. It was obvious that the cops that was there weeks before was I mean, more laid back. They wasn't there for blood, for, you know, for whoever out there that weekend to make money out for, you know what I'm saying? The cops was like, yeah, you can, you know, you can do this as long as people not fighting, you'll be all right. But man, I'm telling you, like when it came down to it, it was crazy. Like, man, it was a huge loss. Like, it was a huge loss. Like, I ain't never experienced nothing like that, man. I ain't never been in no situation where I couldn't control the situation, you know what I'm saying? I done been in situations where it was thousands of niggas, big gang fights, and I could stop it, you know what I'm saying? And this is one situation I couldn't do nothing because I'm not hitting no cop. Like, you'll be stupid if you hit a cop. That's a fight you're not going to win. That's the biggest gang in America. You know what I'm saying? You not gonna win that one. So a nigga ain't ignorant. I ain't gonna talk back to him what his talking gonna do. That never saw nothing.
Dripping
so,
sweat.
Man, it is what it is, man.
Why didn't they include that in the police report? I want to know.
Man, look at all these 337 for being in there about 2 hours. Let me show this fugazi ticket they gave me. All my paperwork, title for the bus, everything. The bill of sale, everything, man. I had everything necessary documented with my name, address, my Houston address, everything on it, my permanent address, everything, and it's still tickets out the air. Then I showed them my gun license, you know what I'm saying? I'm a square. So it's like on the cool, when I showed them that, they really wasn't paying attention to it. It was like they was more so want to do what they wanted to do. I couldn't put it together at the time that they was gonna try to charge my boy with the situations, you know what I'm saying? I just thought they didn't because they gave it back to me so quick. Trying to look for the other little fugazi tickets that they gave me. Well, we got so many citations. This is the coldest one. On my on this one, it's a something, no tag attached, while fleeing. While fleeing. Like, come on, man. If I was fleeing, why wouldn't you arrest me and take me to jail if I was fleeing?
That's from the day that I got locked up second time?
Yeah, then I pointed that out to him, you know what I'm saying? Because really on the cool, it would have been I mean, it still could be a situation like they trying to do to them, like pin them with some after the fact type of shit. Because really, if you know anything about the law, ex post facto, after the, you know what I'm saying, every charge that they pinned them with was after the fact, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing that they were like, first of all, they didn't give me any, like the first time when they told it, they didn't give nothing saying we torn it because there's no tags on there. No, it was nothing. It was just battery, the felony assault, aggravated assault on a police officer, battery, non-violent a battery on a police officer. Then shit, that's really what that was. Like all those charges came after they got on the bus. So what was the probable cause to get on there in the first place? So, and then with them got wild fleeing on here, I confronted him about that, you know what I'm saying? And he said, oh no, that was from another ticket we were writing. Like, come on, man. If you want this to stick in court, why would you not rewrite it and make it right for me? You know what I'm saying? Because if you take your part to court, if you was planning on showing up, they gonna see that and they gonna wonder why ain't that one of the things checked off as far as one of the violations that you was in you know, charged with or whatever. So it's like, then I don't know if he showed you on his, like they said we was doing gang activity or whatever. That's when we was on the bus, like driving. Like one dude was sitting at the back, he was standing up here with the bullhorn. He was sitting right here with the bullhorn. Okay, if anything we were supposed to be charged with, it was supposed to be like a noise ordinance, you know what I'm saying, for being on the bullhorn, doing what we was doing, clowning with it. Like, we ain't get no ticket for that. We ain't get nothing for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like every single charge that they sent our way was for something that wasn't relevant to what was actually going on. Like, man, they did my little bus bad, man. This was a new bus up until Miami police got to it, man. Miami Beach police, and man, we wasn't the only one. So, you know, we ain't for to sit up here like we the only ones got, you know, mistreated or whatever. It was a lot of people under the same, you know, put in the same situation. A lot of people recorded what was going on. Like, I ain't gonna say they physically harmed me. They ain't do nothing to me. It's just, see what they did to my little dude, you know what I'm saying? And he only came out there, they came out there on my behalf. So I feel like I was responsible for everything. That's why when they were setting them bails and bonds or whatever, like, I had to pay them. I had to handle any and everything that was coming our way. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. But I know that shit ain't right. I was beating the shit out of a nigga and then just to get money, you know what I'm saying? If that was the case, they was legally extorting us on the cool, you know what I'm saying? They was just coming up with reasons to get money out of us. And like, if you know much about the law, I should tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I studied law for 6 years, got 2 degrees and that shit. And when that shit came to the surface, as far as what I mentioned it to them, it's like they just left me null and void. Like, I was listening to him every step away from when the moment they took him and our other partner off the bus and sat them down by the bus. Like, some of them came up on the bus, they brought the dogs on the bus, they got my chopper off the bus, they gonna come out high-fiving each other, talking about yeah, these can go through our vest. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. Like, then he said they didn't even turn my chopper into evidence, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even turn it in, so it's obviously they're gonna try to keep that. Man, this is just a situation where they expect young Negroes to accept everything coming their way. You know what I'm saying? Every charge coming their way, they just expect you to accept that shit, in which honestly, it looked like that's what be happening, you know what I'm saying? Because even everybody we was with, everybody we mentioned it to, like, oh man, y'all ain't gonna win that, y'all ain't gonna win that, y'all ain't gonna win, y'all ain't gonna. It's like they really got it in black people's mind, like, you can't fight, you know what I'm saying? And which is looking like that on the cool, because as far as what's been happening in Florida, how they've been doing the African American community, it's like they not winning much of nothing, you know what I'm saying? And who knows, we may not win this situation, but I guarantee I'm gonna put the money up to get a few lawyers to handle this situation accordingly, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the position we placed in above any other, because, you know, got a couple dollars to handle these situations. Hopefully it go our way, because, man, at the worst, like, they need to be reprimanded or some lose their job or some for this, even if they don't go to jail, get no jail time for beating my dude. You know what I'm saying? They need to, man, something gotta come of this. Cause this ain't what that is, man. Especially with all these bogus fugazi charges they trumping up on us. You can cut it.